Hello everyone, this is Gunhead70 with another model review slash show and tell, I guess you could call it. This is another custom Gundam that I've been working on. If you've been to my channel, you notice I have two other customs that are up there, and I was kind of working on all of them at the same time and just started finishing them up, so decided I'd make some videos on them and post them on the channel. This one here is the excuse me, the Gundam Astraea, or astraea. Hard to pronounce those two because there's the Astray and then there's the astraea or astraea, but anyhow, got him in a little pose here. You'll notice that there are some custom bits on here, and I will straighten him out and run through those. I really like this kit. This is a really good kit. Good posability, nice detail. If you haven't built one, I would definitely pick one up. Also, if you decide that you don't want to build the astraea, you have inside this kit all of the pieces to build an astraea. All except the rubber pieces that go on the side. Those are the only things that you don't get. Let me adjust the camera here. There we go. So what I've done, obviously, is mainly just the weapons. I haven't done any modifications to the model. Model itself, as you know, like cutting things off or anything like that. But mainly, it's the weapons. It's using the longsword. I don't know what you would. I guess that would be, since this is the one that came before the astraea. What would you call that? A GN Sword 1? Who knows? But he's got two of them. I bought two of these kits, and the other one that I was building, I didn't need the other sword, so I went ahead and gave this guy both of them. And he looks quite menacing with two GN swords coming off of his arms there. And of course they fold back. And fold those back and get them out of the way. Now, he also has some other weapons on his legs. And if you've ever seen the Seven Sword, I believe it's the 00 Seven Sword pieces. I tried to mimic those side swords, but I didn't want to. I didn't want them to be that big. I wanted them to be smaller. So basically, what I did was I just took some sheets of styrene plastic, and I carved these little hand blades out. If you can get in close so you can see them. They're not great, but I like them, and I just glued a little peg on the inside so that they slot in on the knees there. Now, also, what's pretty nice with them is I can mount them there, or I can put them on the forearms. Let's see if I can put them on the forearms. They're not quite long enough. They don't quite get past the hands, but I figured, well, they could be kind of like mini shields. So he could mount both of those on his forearms. Mount both of these daggers on his forearms, and he could have little mini shields on his forearms, which I thought was kind of a neat idea. Now, there's quite a few reviews on the astraea model kit. Whoops, that piece not supposed to come off of that. So I'm kind of hesitant to do a full-on review of the kit because there are so many reviews out there, but I'll go ahead and go through the basics so you have an idea. You know, I'll take those off so that they're not in the way. As far as the articulation, the head will go up and down a little bit, not very much. It's about that's about it. Forwards and back. It will not rotate, and that's mainly because of these little fins that stick up back here. So the head won't rotate all the way around. It won't do a 360. You know, left and right is about all you're going to get. But that's fine. You know, I honestly don't see why the head would have to rotate all the way around. The arms do rotate all the way around. They bend at one single joint. They're not double jointed. So they bend at one joint. They move at about that far. There's a little more articulation inside the shoulder joint that mounts to the torso, so it'll go up a little bit higher, go a little bit down a little bit further. It's not a lot, but it's decent. Waist articulation. It will go 360, but if you've painted your kit, you might not want to do that because you'll start nicking paint, and you do have to kind of separate the torso a little bit in order to get it. See that gap in there? You got to kind of separate in order to get it to really spin. But you know, that's about as much as you're going to get with the torso all the way down, and not scratch up your paint job. The front skirts do move all the way up. They're molded together, but they can be separated. The legs will in turn go up about that far, and the knee, that wonderful, beautiful knee, is double jointed. You can pretty much get almost a 180. I wouldn't say it's a full 180, but it's close enough. Foot articulation, forwards and back, and it will go side to side, which helps in some of the stances, and you can rotate it. Also, there's this little shin piece here, which are kind of annoying because every time when you want to pose the foot, if you hit that and push it down too much, it'll pop right off. So I would probably be careful about those because they do like popping off. There are no side skirts to get in the way, but the legs are joined by a ball joint, so pretty much that's it. That's as far as you can get them out before they completely stop. So you're not going to be able to do the splits like with the 00 or the O Gundam, unfortunately. So, and then on the back, a couple of beam sabers back there, and they do slide up, and I kept them on this kit. Now, I built this kit with a kind of a theme in mind, and for those of you that play video games, I modeled this guy after Ezio from Assassin's Creed. I really like the color of the white and the dark red or burgundy color that his outfit was. Now, I play video games, but I like racing games, car racing games, so I don't play shooters or any type of hand-to-hand or melee combat type of games. I don't play them. I've tried them. I suck at them, so I stay away from them. But I do watch. They're fun to watch. I really liked Assassin's Creed, and please don't get me started on Mass Effect, because right now that is my all-time favorite game that if I had any skill at playing video games, that's the one that I would play. But I don't have any skill at it, so I just watch. But anyway, so I modeled him after the character from Assassin's Creed, his costume. The entire model is painted. The paints that I always use on my model kits, I always use Tamiya paint. I like lacquers because they dry faster. They're a little more forgiving. You don't have to use really harsh things in order to remove the paint. Like when you're using, well, and I'll just say, when you're using Tamiya lacquer, normally you can get it off just by using 91% isopropyl alcohol. That's what I use. I just throw the parts in there, let them soak for a few hours, and then just scrub them off with an old toothbrush. The paint comes right off, and it doesn't harm the plastic. I've heard people use brake fluid. I've used brake fluid in the past, but it does do something to the plastic. It kind of makes it brittle. You can also use Easy Off oven cleaner, the original formula. I've heard, I've not used that, but I've heard that works well too. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of show this guy off, and feel free to leave a comment or post a comment if there's something that I didn't point out on there that you want to get a better look at. Feel free to do so. I'll be more than happy to put up another video and get into more detail, or you know, send you a message back letting you know what I did on this particular kit or any of the other ones that I have posted. So that's it for today, and we'll talk to you soon.